Welcome friends. Today we are going to discuss about the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. Now, the first line it indicates that where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. So in the very first line, the poet prays to the Almighty that his countrymen should be free from any fear of forced compulsion. He wishes that everyone in his country has his head held high in dignity. In other words, according to him, in a truly free country, every person should be fearless and should have a sense of self-dignity. Okay, I hope you understand everybody. Next, we will discuss the next line where knowledge is free means what? In the second line of where the mind is without fear, the poet dreams of a nation where knowledge would be free. Education should not be restricted to the upper class only, but everybody should be allowed to acquire knowledge. Not only the children should learn freely from the nature and the world around them. They should not be forced memorize some predetermined lessons, and this is how the Tagore's typical concept of education. In the next line, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, it means that the poet emphasizes the unity of not only of his countrymen but also of the entire world. He thinks there should be no division among people based on their caste, creed, color, religion, or other baseless superstitions. In other words, prejudices and superstitions should not divide the people in groups and break their unity. So in the next line, where words come out from the depth of truth means what? Where the mind is without fear, Tagore wants a nation where people are truthful. They should not be superficial and words should come out from the depth of their heart. In the next line, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, its meaning is that the poet wants everyone to work hard to reach their goal and in the long run to reach perfection. He thinks they should not be tired by working. People should not be lazy and ignoring their work. So next coming to where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits. So it means that the poet compares reason or logical thinking to a clear stream and in the next line compares dead habits or superstitious beliefs to a dreary deserts. He wants that the stream of reason not to lose its way into the desert of prejudices. In short, people's thought should be monitored by rational thinking, not by superstition. Logic should rule over old baseless beliefs. Next, where the mind is led forward by the into ever widening thought and action. Here, the poet wishes his countrymen to be progressive and broad-minded. He wants that their minds are led forward to ever-widening thought and action by the Almighty. In short, he can say that we should be open-minded and do something unusual or extraordinary, overcoming the narrowness of mind. So in the next, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. It means that the poet addresses the God as father. He asks him to awaken his country into such a heaven of freedom where above conditions meet. To make it clear, the poet prays to the Almighty, my Father, to raise or lift, that is, awake his country to such heights where freedom would be realized at its best. In turn, he is actually praying that God awakens his countrymen so that they come out from the darkness of ignorance, prejudices, disunity, and all other evils.